Sorry for being a bit late. It was the first Friday of Lent, and there were some things going on at my church. Pasta supper, as one might have, if you understand what that means. For those of you who are Protestants, evangelicals, what have you, you know what that's all about. Actually, you don't, because you probably have fish fries. Anyway, just gonna double check that my stream is working. Since I am late, I'd better make sure that things are working as they should. Alright, seems to be live. Hello? Hello? Yep. Hello? Gonna shut off the horror chords here, and my stream just... Okay, good. Well, it's working there. It's working on Twitch anyway. That's good. Bitrate's fine. Alright. We're gonna keep going from where we were last time. Alright. Now, last time I was on, I said I wanted to expand the scope of my channel. We are going to continue doing Tropico for the time being, as I'm not really sure what else I would want to do, at least at the moment. I have ideas, but I have not made any decided plans. Okay, I said I was going to do Kevin MacLeod's music, and I am going to. You know what? Because I'm tired of listening to silence. It's just annoying to me, not having music to listen to. I like tropical music. I like the soundtrack to Tropico, but they get all bent out of shape on account of copyright. So I'm gonna take just a minute to fill the space with some lovely music. I'm also going to give credit to him because, well, he requests it if you're not going to pay for his music, which I have not. But I want to use it because it's good stuff, and I'm not using Tropico's music and getting myself copyright striked, you know? Okay. First things first, print screen. Actually, yeah. You know what? Let's show you the process, shall we? No. Interweb, 16-bit. Program. Desktop. Maybe not desktop. I don't want to show the desktop. What I do want to do is show you my methods for editing this. As good a time as any to do Paint, I think. Sure, yeah, perfect. Alright, so, okay. So this is lazy, I admit. It's gross looking, but okay. Alright. You can't see what I'm typing, can you? Okay. Oh, yeah, and it's spelled immaculately as well while I'm at it. Yeah. Come on. What? Okay. Why are we okay. I hope I am doing this correctly. I might check the website just to be sure I'm doing it right, but I don't want to... come on. There we go. I wonder why it won't show up. Anyway. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Come on. Come on. Okay. And just to be sure that I'm doing it right, we're going to go to his website. We are going to go to his website to make sure that we're attributing this music correctly. Come on. I just had it. There we go. Right? Right? No, not right. Had it... I thought I had this correct, but not apparently. Match title, otherwise find window of the same type. Please, if you please. Thank you. There we go. We're going to go to his website, make sure we're attributing it properly. Because I want to give him his due. I want to give him what he asked for, because what he asked for is perfectly reasonable. Okay, yes, and you can monetize. Be sure to credit to me. Sure, absolute. So how do I credit? All right. All right. Ooh. Licenses page has a quick copy feature that makes all this easy. Okay. Yeah, lots of various tabs here. Lots of different projects I'm working on and asking about. But, okay. Let's see here. That may be for later. For now, okay. All right. Maybe I'll put that into the description of the video that I've got. But for the moment, I'll just copy-paste his little blurb here. And I would be more than willing to perfect this properly in future. I mean, can I invert this? All right. Yes, my editing comes with sound effects. Doesn't yours? It should. If you're not getting your editing, you're doing it wrong. Okay. Aha, there we go. And yes, and we are using my default font in case... Okay, wait, I've got to show you it, don't I? Yes. There we go. Yep, so... As I say, gonna pop the info right there. By Kevin MacLeod of Incompetent.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0, http ://creativecommons.org. I should have done this earlier, and I know I'm a lazy piece for not doing it properly, but this is how I'm going to show copyright from here on out for his collection, because Kevin MacLeod does wonderful music. He deserves credit for everything he does, because the vast majority of it is really good, and I absolutely want to give him credit for it. Gonna save that as a file where I can reach that. Gonna be just a hot second. Thank you for your patience and forbearance. I'd rather not show you everything that's under the hood. Okay. Done that. We're gonna switch to the closer very briefly, and we're going to place the image that I just created right on top of Okay, and okay, and the stream has not ended yet. Okay, I'm just doing this so that I can properly give attribution to Kevin MacLeod, because he deserves this for the music that I'm going to use tonight and every other night that I'm doing Tropico, because Tropico is just better with music, and I want to use some music, but I can't use Tropico's music because it's just, okay, that's not going to work well. Okay, how am I gonna... that kinda ugly, but... it's better than not having it at all. I want to fix that properly, and... okay, now that I've got it in my mind, I will fix it properly and make something decent next time, but just for the sake of attributions tonight, we're going to put that there. You can look at that. You can follow it next time. Anyway, on to the music tonight. Well, yeah, on to the music. And on to the game of the night. Okay, yes, we are going to do Tropico here. And we're going to put on some music, courtesy of Kevin MacLeod. Not groove music. Blech. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Oh yeah. This gives Tropico a new flavor, don't it? Let's continue. Now, where were we? We were working... no. I keep doing that. The WASD keys do not work here. Okay. Hold on. I was working on kind of an Arcadia-style thing. Why am I doing an oil refinery? Oh, right, to monetize the college that I've built. Somewhere around here. I know that I built a college, because I would not have built an oil refinery if I had not built a college. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? I had one. It's around here somewhere. I don't know where it is. This is strange. This is very strange. I'm sure it's right under my nose. I'm sure the college is just under my nose somewhere. Oh, by the way, feel free to tell me. Do tell me if you can't hear me over the music. I'm gonna lower the volume just a bit. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to find the college to... okay, yeah. It's by the, dungeon. Tempting to lease this. But we do have a parochial school there, and so therefore we'd better make good use of what we've got. Now, speaking of making use of what we've got, we do need college-educated workers for the informing of and, improving the religion of Tropicans, but we also need to be able to monetize what we've got. Because in the service of Mammon, we must be able to pay our bills to the big powers. I'm afraid this can't just be a big freaking hippie commune. Much as we would like that. It's a shame, but yeah. To live, you need to be able to pay your bills. This is a lesson that I've been trying to live by for the past 5 years of my life. I mean, I've been trying to do it before that, but it's not easy. I've only really had success recently. Okay. I propose that we destroy that oil derrick and instead upgrade our lumber mills. That sounds like a better investment to me. Well, wait a minute. Oh, that's why. And I can't cancel that either. I could do a cannery. Why did I agree to these contracts? This goes against everything I'm trying to do here. Frick's sakes, I'm an idiot. Ah, boy. And I can't afford any of these highfalutin... Well, of course not. I just upgraded my lumber mills, so... Forgive me, I'm trying to adjust my mic a bit. Don't break the damn thing. There we go. Alright. Let's keep it moving forward again. Anything else that we would want before we continue? I think at the moment this will do. Oh, check the economy, as one does. We need more houses. And our jobs do not pay very well. So I think the oil refinery is definitely a good idea. You know what else I think is a good idea? No? You don't? Well, allow me to enlighten you. We want Yankee film, my friend. Oh, just because we're trying to create a nice, sort of Ruritania thing going on here does not mean we do not need some of the comforts of modern life, or can't use them, huh? Am I right? Of course I'm right. I mean, all those traditionalist Catholic groups, they still promote stuff from like the 50s and black and white and all that. I myself am not a traditionalist, but you know, if they can appreciate culture, I definitely can. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with that. Let's try demolishing the road, see if I can fix roads, sort of, yeah. And by fixing the road, I maybe can fix how I... Wow, this is buggy and broken and... Gah. Okay. Does that fix anything? I'm not planning on placing bunkhouses there, because bunkhouses are horrible. But, just trying to fix the land so that I can place things. And the bunkhouse makes a very good, land movement tool. You know. As you see, it's shifting. Oh yeah, I'm really liking this music. It's good to have music in this game again. Okay, good. Things are flattening out. That'll have to do. That's all I can afford, and moreover, that'll suit our housing needs fine anyway. I really should build some houses out there by the college. But for now, we're consuming pretty much only the power we need. This is a good situation that we are in. Sorry. My drink fell over. Excuse me. Foreign aid comes in. Let's take a look around what people will see when they come off the dock. While we have a minute. They're going to see a babushka who is unemployed. I could arrest her. I certainly have the capacity. But why? Why would I arrest somebody?
Are you a rebel?
Hello. And yes, Presidente, what shall we do?
Make it so.
Go to the lumber mill, will you? Force them to work. Boy, I'm glad I can pay my workers as much as I do. Okay, why are people unemployed? Surely there's work for women to do. Okay, we we've got lumber camps working. Don't we have farms anywhere? We do. Men working mines. Wow, I didn't realize how sexually segregated my economy is. This is fascinating. I didn't expect that. Huh.
Tally-ho, old boy. The riff-raff back home are on my back again. You know how it is.
I don't know. Would that be worth it? I know. You know, this is what's going to end up destroying my economy. This is what's going to end I just realized. My desire for profit and for making a quick... Well, maybe not a quick buck, but for making money is going to end up destroying my... I have to give this up. I have to ignore this. I have to pretend this doesn't exist. I have to pretend this entire part of the tech tree doesn't exist, or I'm going to destroy things more than I already have. And I shouldn't do that. That would be bad. But what are we exporting a lot of? Okay, sugar, smoke... Yeah, it's entirely possible to do this without relying on industrial workers. Industrial in the sense of manufacturing. One thing missing from Kevin MacLeod's soundtrack. There's not enough voices singing, unfortunately. Well, what's he going to do? Learn Spanish and learn some popular salsa music? I don't think so. I certainly wouldn't if I were him. Okay, so we are mining already. So it's not like we couldn't. What the hell. But we're not gonna just build factories. We will build factories, but they're not gonna... We are going to continue the commune lifestyle, if you like. This sort of collective group of houses that works together and eats together and has fun together. I think is not a terrible idea. I kind of wonder how this is gonna look and work. I still think it's a good idea. I really hope it works properly. As far as such a thing can. Okay. Ooh, by Jove, that's expensive. I just realized the thing that I probably should be working in. Now, I'll tell you, just because you're working in a Ruritania does not mean that you need to give up banking. Does not mean that you cannot drop the quality of the standard of living by reducing the costs of buildings. What I really should be doing is building these banks one at a time, so that I can reduce the cost of them, but starting with 40% is a good start. Wow. Whoa, is it really 15%? I mean, $15? Yikes. I need to... Well, they're not paying for themselves, so frankly, they deserve only as much as a manufacturing worker. Probably less because they don't contribute to the economy. That's my attitude towards such things. Tell you what, though. Those wages, pretty terrible. Let's bump them up a bit. I don't think that will sink my economy. Not the way things are going. They're going great. Okay, so I've got a cannery. Okay, I've got a community over here. I've got a community working on logs. This wouldn't be a bad place for another, especially since we've got this over here. We want to keep the housing relatively egalitarian, if you take my meaning. If you don't, allow me to explain. We're trying to make kind of the highest standard of living country houses. Country houses are pretty decent. They're not perfect by any means, but they're fine. Also, I'm trying to fix this so that there are no corners to have to cross and for cars to have to bother about. I don't understand why that's too sharp of a turn for this. I like having S-bends rather than sharp corners in the road. That's not just a personal preference, it also streamlines the traffic as well, because when it has to deal with corners, it has to deal with crosswalks, and when it has to deal with that, it slows traffic down. So that is practical, as well as aesthetic. Actually, I prefer straight roads, but I do want my city to be somewhat efficient, and S-bends are kind of pleasing in their own way. I kind of like that, after its fashion. Okay, we will have workers soon. And in fact, I'm going to pay these guys more. Excuse me. So my highest paid workers in my society are going to be women. Which is actually kind of cool in its own way. It's kind of cool that this society is segregated along the lines of sex, but that women are, with the exception of bishops, at the top of that hierarchy, monetarily speaking, which is all that modern Americans care about anyway. You're not getting paid enough for what you're doing, people start to complain. Okay. I might make mansions later, but it's not a top priority for me at the moment. Not by a long shot. Getting everybody housed and out of bunkhouses and out of that apartment complex is a much higher priority. While we're on it, open housing, okay, yeah. We've got room for more workers in terms of the amount of jobs we've got on the island. So what I really need to focus on is housing, but on the other hand, I do still need to focus on resources to some degree, because to make canned coffee, I need coffee. And I don't have that as now. And the best way to get coffee is from a plantation. And the best place to build a plantation is up here in feckle nowhere. What is this even? I don't know, but I'm gonna build it here, and I'm gonna build housing around it. Oh my. What a fancy subdivision I'm building out here. I'm not sure if I'm using that urban planning terminology correctly. I'm probably not. But I put a plantation over here, and a bunch more cottages over here. I hope they can build that in a timely fashion. Let's read some of the descriptions while we're at it, because I'm curious about some of them. I mean, they went to the trouble to write them. Okay. You've probably read it in the time I spent blathering here. Your fishermen will supply the population with fish. Fish can be canned and exported, but remember that no one likes that particular smell on their clothes, and a romantic evening around the wharf is out of the question. The fisherman's wharf produces fish. I guess. Tropicans can get food from the Fisherman's Wharf. This building has not produced anything in the last year. This means that it has not been supplied with raw materials, or the building stopped working for another reason. Happiness is up though, which is good. 54%. Profits are going down a bit, but that's alright. That's totally fine by me, as long as we get people paid, and as long as we can afford to keep paying for the people that we get. Speaking of which, let's keep cutting trees. Our lumber camps will run out sooner or later, after all. Okay, so we've got people who need housing and yet they're not inhabiting here. I suspect that might be because there's no garage nearby. Just a guess. Also, I did say I wanted to put a gold factory here. Before I commit to that, where's the other gold? The other gold mine's here. That could work. Alright. Yeah, let's put the jewelry factory here. I can foresee that going very poorly, but, let's see. I'd better build it quickly, though. Because otherwise that's just eating money out of my pocket. Which is not wise to do. Are we doing anything to beautify the President's Hub? Oh, we already have done quite a lot. Yes, the most beautiful part of which are these temporary oh, those aren't actually supposed to be there. Yeah, we've got to do some about the doctors, too. We've got to get more of those. In addition to better housing. Which, by the way, let's expand around this papaya farm so that we can start building cottages around here, too. I don't know why I'm calling them cottages. They're not cottages, they're country houses. It'd be more true to call it a dacha. Or wait, no, a dacha. We need to pull that out in order to put the carriage over here. You sure about that? There we go. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but it'll do. So things are progressing very quickly, but fine enough.
What matter, wise President?
So you've been roaming around here.
I'm to check up on my
President, it's time to go to church, man. It's been a few years since you've done that. You absolutely should go to church. You know, you should. It's good. I wonder why my lumber mill workers do not work. I'll tell you what, I'll cut their hours by a quarter and keep their pay about the same. Okay, no more pro-USSR. We do have them off our backs, right? Okay, cool. Okay. Well, that being the case, neutral policies it is. Let's just take a hot moment to appreciate just the totality of it. It's still very vast and very gloomy. Fort over here, the palace, some of the little communes over here, over there, and of course the Castra over here.
Presidente, may your children be
Weapons. Well, what do I stand to gain? That seems like as good a point to begin with as any. Well, that is more than $5,000.
Presidente.
I don't think so. You know what? I've spoiled enough of this island with my attempts to increase my income. I think calling a peace on account of weapons, I think that's a wise stopping point. Man, I wish I were in Tropico 3, because in Tropico 3, you could ban a faction. Now, I would usually relegate that power to banning the Loyalists, because they're retards. Loyalists, to me, the President, or in my case, the Monarch, is not something I care about, because I'm an idiot. So anybody who is loyal to me, an idiot, is a double idiot. Or what we call in the business a retard. So therefore, I usually ban loyalists. But that option is not available in Tropico 4, unfortunately. If it were available here, though, given what I'm trying to do, I would ban the militarists because, well, you can't have a peaceful Ruritania with an army wandering around. Well, I guess you might be able to, but I forget. Is there an army in the Shire in Lord of the Rings? I'm not sure. If you know, comment. In fact, tell me what you think of the Lord of the Rings, because I've started reading. I started reading like I finished the first third of it, the Fellowship of the Ring, and then I started going through. We're in the mountains. I'm not sure that I've made it quite to the Mines of Moria yet, but it does stick with me better, though, now that I'm actually old enough and mature enough to actually remember shit, you know? Maybe it's just me, but I feel like, for the first part of my life, life was just kind of whizzing by, and I was not able to maturely take a lot of things in. Now I actually feel like I have the capacity to recollect things, and to think about them. Okay. Put that there. We're also gonna put Teamster's office. I still do want to build beautiful cities, by the way, but there's only so much you can do at once, and practical necessity does sometimes drive you to put some priorities ahead of sheer beauty of things, if you take my meaning. It's unfortunate, and I'd rather not put it that way, but my first priorities are keeping people housed and keeping people employed, which makes sense to me. Housing is one of the few good things I can do, personally, because everyone else has to be the farmers and has to be the manufacturers who produce a profit and the policemen and all the rest. But I can build, and I'm the only one who gets to build real houses. Governing is thirsty work. So if you're wondering what that snapping is, that's my water bottle. And a big fella it is. Okay, prices are going down for the building of things. Excellent, excellent. My banks are beginning to do their work. I might boost their wages a bit. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Priests and teachers in my playthroughs are generally paid at the same level. I'm good to the grid. Maybe later. Okay. For the moment, I'm just trying to get people housed, man. Part of me would like to expand this square even further, but that might not be wise. I feel like that might not be wise. Not sure why. I just feel like it, feel. Which is, feelings are not always the best thing to go off of, This square is turning out pretty good, though. It's only got sugar here. I really need coffee as well. Which, I am beginning to... Wait, sugar? Do I have that cannery down yet? I'm gonna be just a bit miffed if I do already. Oh, okay, good. I have enough sense not to do that. I have enough sense not to put down a cannery until I actually have coffee to put in the cans. Okay, good. I'm not completely insane. I'm close, but not quite. Thank heavens. Alright. I'm gonna improve this area over here, though, because... Okay. And how are people doing as far as food quality is concerned? Plenty of food being provided, though it is beginning to drop. So we do need to improve food access. The fishermen's wharves are kind of working, but not consistently. They never do work consistently. Speaking of working consistently, how's oil coming along? Oil products are still not the top. Lumber now is. It's great. If I quick build that, I'm going to waste a ton of money, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to build a construction office and increase wages a bit. There we go. I'm gonna need more of these as I go along, considering how flat and expansive everything is. I must say, though, happiness is going up quite well. I'm curious what... Okay, liberty needs to be increased, so I need to do more of that. You know, this music is kind of in line even with Tropico 5. It's not my first choice of tropical style music, but it's alright. Housing's going up, religion's stable. I should really improve that. Healthcare is fine. It's only fine on account of that aid camp, so I should really train doctors. Crime safety is really yeah, liberty is the one tanking. Job satisfaction's a little better. Overall respect is kind of low. What's the trouble? Not enough disposal facilities, and the faction leader is unhappy. Oh, and the loyalists. Oh, the poor loyalists. Whatever will we do? Stupid loyalists. No, something just tells me that is not wise. It's not wise to put a garbage dump right next to your primo housing. It just seems like a stupid idea to me. Okay.
Muy buenas.
Oh yeah, sexy prices of housing going down. That's why I like to see. Oh, and it appears we are a little bit Dutch too, because we can build out into the sea. Isn't that fantastic? I always like to make sure that your houses are being built into the sea, so that you can imitate the all-powerful and almighty Dutch. Oh yeah, man, churches are getting cheaper though. Piety will spread and grow, and the hearts of the people will be drawn more and more to the love of God. Lovely stuff. Actually, we'll only be drawn to the love of God if they choose to. Some people get caught in religion and it just becomes a habit for them. Habits can still be helpful, but consciously realizing what you are doing in one's religion, consciously recognizing what you are doing in your religion is even better than the rote following of things. I think that is the true lesson from our Protestant brothers and sisters. I'm a Catholic, if I haven't said that enough times. I have learned from listening to Protestant and evangelical Christians that going through the motions is not all there is. That the movement of the emotions and of the heart is also important. It's good to get everything working together, the heart and the body. Now, Catholics have a lot of the heart with them. Oh, hello there. Steve wants to update. Not something I care about at the moment. Catholics have kind of the going on. They have incense. They have... Catholics have prayer books and they have hymns. Well, Protestants do too. Evangelicals do too. But Catholics have ritual hymns in particular, I'd say are important. Why are ritual hymns important? Well, when you sing the same thing over and over again for a few weeks, or even a few months, when you get in the habit of doing that, it makes you think about the world in kind of a rhythmic way. Actually listen to the Screwtape Letters, which is a good piece of literature. If you've you've never read it, I highly recommend John Cleese's narration. If you don't know who John Cleese is, okay. He was one of the Pythons, one of Monty Python's Flying Circus, which is hilarious. It's good British television. Well, precisely because it's corrupt British television. It's utterly humorous, and it's delightfully bawdy and funny, and I enjoy it. And actually, the priest at baptized enjoyed it. Anyway, John Cleese is man enough to recognize good art when he sees it, and he narrated the Screwtape Letters. Definitely go look it up. But anyway, at one point, Lewis notes that in the Screwtape Letters, that man is not merely a soul, but also a body. That how he prostrates himself is also important. That the devil wants us to think of prayer not with our heads and our hands, but only in our hearts, and that this delights some devils very much. Now some of my fellow Christians who are in the Protestant or evangelical traditions are very big about prayer in the heart, or coming from the heart, rather than what they would call rote prayer. And some of that's necessary. It's necessary, as John Henry Newman's motto went, cor ad cor loquitur, which in Latin means heart speaks to heart, and the heart of God speaks to us when we pray, and when we take time not just to say words to Him, but to lend our attention to Him and let Him say what He will, whatever He has on His mind. Oh, hello there.
President,
No.
U.S. Senate.
I'm not doing a chemical plant until you give me the blueprints. Thank you. Man, this song is dysfunctional. It's kind of cool, but it's dysfunctional as all get out, man. Don't you feel it? I feel like she's pulling a zip tie and trying to use that as a musical instrument. It's so strange, man. I think I'm overhydrated. I feel the spittle coming off of my mouth. Okay, no more Skittles-flavored drink water for a bit. Why am I spittling so bad? Gee. I can feel it. It's like the rain that I just had to go through in order to get home. I don't need all this. Sheesh. There's probably a solution for it. Forgive me if I talk too much. I'm not trying to, but I kind of get the feeling like I have to, like this is just part of the experience. As is the old tradition of my phone going off at 10 o'clock. Alright. Is our housing situation any better? Okay, nobody's unemployed. That's great. And we've got plenty of housing open. Excellent, excellent. It took us a lot longer to get to that point, yet here we are. And we're building very quickly and getting lots of people employed. Awesome. We have a ship approaching the dock soon.
Uh-huh.
Let's speed it along. I really hope this stops soon, because as fine as it is, it just doesn't fit to me.
Presidente,
Oh, great.
our Minister of Food Foreign Affairs has caused a diplomatic incident by using a fork during the official sushi party organized by the Japanese ambassador.
When politely asked to use traditional chopsticks instead, our minister snapped back that he will eat his sushi however he bloody pleases. I didn't know he was British. He managed to pierce 3 other foreign dignitaries with his fork while trying to consume his, capital S, sushi, thus turning the wrath of all major geopolitical powers against us. I'm gonna let him keep his job, damn it. Because, damn it, we use
One of our
forks,
ministers
I
was
guess.
recently ousted from his position due to a tremendous gaffe.
You are mistaken, my dear. That citizen was never a minister in the first place. Nobody was fired, and there was no gaffe.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened in Tropico.
Remember, listeners, you heard it here first. Okay. Time to bump wages back down, since most of the major building is already done. But we're not done yet. Not remotely. Prices of buildings are continuing to fall precipitously. It's a miracle, friends. A miracle of banking. Which is currently at 26%, which is quite good. Wait, 20? Yeah, no, 26. But we will make it go down even further. Yes, we do just have the money to build another bank. Though the road seems to be slanting away from here, so we will build it somewhere else. Perhaps along the back of the palace? Oh, I kind of like that. Not totally, but kinda. Anyway, you know what this will also enable us to do? Build more factories! Yay! Yeah, nobody's cheering that. What I will cheer, however, increasing the quality of work for our jewelry factor owners, workers, and we'll produce normal jewelry for now, but Jewelers Guild? Yes, let's do that too. Get people making great jewelry. It's not fine jewelry just yet, but it's at least great. Okay, before much more time passes, another Teamster's office. You'll thank me later for this. Except for the fact that I've got way too many open jobs anyway. So okay. So, my next grand ambition. More housing. So it does therefore seem counterintuitive to destroy bunkhouses, but more housing also means more quality housing. I'm tempted to do nuclear power for this too. I mean, because just because you're in Ruritania does not mean you ignore the power of the atom.
Presidente, how about we do something nice for the environment? It will show everyone how green and cool you really are.
I mean, we certainly could. It's not the first thing that we've done. An anti-litter ordinance might not be bad. Wait, or is that... Oh wait, pollution standards, that's the economy one, isn't it? Yes it is. It'll raise the upkeep some, which means that factories will be less
Presidente,
of a profit margin thing, so yeah, let's do that. Yes. It'll
I am very
improve...
pleased to report that Tropico is issuing air pollution standards. Penultimo, tell us more.
The new standard clearly specifies that no more than 5 birds must die daily from breathing in noxious fumes. As you can see, this is a huge step forward.
wish I hadn't heard that.
Oh, come on, Sonny. You aren't honestly expecting that we just throw away technology. We just have to keep the environment slightly more healthy for birds. Avians, that's the word. All right. What? Why are our exports so bloody low? They shouldn't be that low. There should be more exports out. What on earth? That is pathetically low. Why? That's pretty bad. That's very bad. That is incredibly bad. Well, if I've gone whole hog and I've already built a jewelry factory and lumber mills, I see absolutely no reason not to build a rum distillery, provided I get the money for it. Which does not seem to be happening at the moment. What is going on? Why are there no... Why am I only exporting less than $1,000 worth of goods? Holy profit. Sorry, I'm not trying to irritate your cats. And I'm not trying to irritate cat owners either. Although that would be nice sometimes. Right now, irritating cats is not my thing just at the moment, but maybe sometimes. You know, I think this is... Screw you, Mao. Revolutionary wars only cause chaos. Counter-revolutionary wars may prop up a dictatorship, and even a tyrannical dictatorship. There is a difference. But all revolutions cause chaos and destroy the lives of millions, which is why I'm no fan of communism, and certainly not of the perpetual revolution.
President,
But then I'm no fan of
as
this
you knew,
tart
the elections
either.
in France.
Okay, healthcare is a problem. I should definitely improve that. Okay, who needs to be propped up? Nobody's particularly happy at what I'm doing at the moment. Let's praise the US, since we were having problems earlier with the USSR. May as well praise the US. I think that's a good idea. What should we do? A cathedral is a nice, solid goal. Good healthcare is not. I say we'll build a cathedral.
Highest Tropico.
Since that's what I want to do anyway.
Stress the great progress we have made. Production has increased.
Here's a hint in life. If you want to progress in some way, make sure that you set concrete goals for yourself.
4 years. This
Don't just say you're going to improve your health, or you're going to improve your literacy, or you're going to stop drinking, or stop smoking, or stop riding a unicycle over a trapeze
so much
just to get your thrills.
and it will be resolved.
Because when you say you're going to stop doing that, you're not going to stop. That's too much to expect from yourself when you've been habitually doing something that you perhaps shouldn't have been, either because it's taking too much of your time, or your life, or your energy, or your attention, or whatever. No.
Close relationship.
But when you've been doing something that's maladaptive, that's not good for your mental health, you have to cut back, but you can't just stop point blank. If you take my meaning.
That during my next mandate we will build a cathedral worthy of our piety.
I'm having trouble thinking over myself apparently talking. I'm just having trouble
It
thinking.
is our duty to prevail in this fight.
So I'll bet you that the economy is decreasing precisely because I haven't been producing anything. Which is why I'm only just able to pay my bills. And not much else. Oh, come on, come on! Okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Okay, now I do have factories going, and that's great and all, but I need to keep producing things. I think I may indeed build an oil well here, since we've got the wherewithal to make that happen. Kevin MacLeod, this music kinda does work most of the time. Most of the time. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, excellent. So I'll build an oil well there, I'll build another plantation up here. It does occur to me that this is not particularly useful to be doing, since I still have tons of job positions open. And I'm kind of breaking my plantational commune model too, which is not good. And I'm losing sight of the fact that I'm trying to build more housing too. I'm kind of losing my focus here. But you should know that I do this already. This is just part of the Badger Lord experience here. Just seeing immediate needs and getting caught up in them and losing track of what your long-term goals were. This is just part of the experience. And what fun it is. Sorry about the pineapples, but this is necessary. If we're gonna build houses here to keep you all well housed, this is necessary. Sorry, guys. Needs to be done. Shanty. Blech. I never build shanties. Not only because they are bloody ugly, but also because they're bloody useless. They're a waste of time, and they're a waste of resources. Okay. Just gonna pause that for a second, since otherwise I'm kind of just hemorrhaging money, which is not what I want to do. Okay, is that flat enough? Sorta, mostly no, but it kinda works, so we're gonna roll with it. I don't want those. Those things are useless. Ugh. They're ugly, they're nasty, they don't... Why would you build a shanty? There's no point in them. I do not get why shanties exist in this game. They're completely useless. Forgive me if I'm talking like a complete idiot, by the way. I'm not gonna say it's Top Gear, but I might be under the influence of Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear, and possibly Jim Hammond as well, or Jim May. I'm still not that familiar with the lore of it. I only just got into it. It's cool stuff, though. Flattening terrain is difficult. We're gonna lose food crops over this. Yes, we are. Tropico, then enough like Tropico to fool me into thinking that I'm listening to something that could pass like something from Tropico while I'm playing this game. Actually, ironically, now that I think about it, I think my first reaction to it was, wow, this is probably the least like something from Tropico because of how I don't know, how bouncy and uncanny valley-ish it is to natural music. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to say here, but I admire its genius. This is a good piece. I like it. Alright. But it wouldn't surprise me. Let's just speed this up. Because I now have nothing to do. I will build a cathedral, though, when the ship comes in, because I would love money to do somehow. And why isn't this bank built yet? We need it built in order to do things. I must say, though, go away. I must say, though, this is one of my more successful playthroughs, because it's only 1965. That's only 15 years. And my happiness is almost 60%. That's amazing to me. I've never been quite that successful before. And I'm going to continue to be extremely successful. I'm not quite sure how I managed to get this good. I'm not sure how the city managed to turn out so good, even though I'm trying to kind of be rural. Not totally, of course, but maybe little things do add up and snowball over time. I'm not sure. This is turning out great. This particular playthrough is going swimmingly. I'm very pleased with it. I mean, my average pay is still not great, but...
Congratulations.
And I got elected, too. Excellent. Yes. Oh, yeah. Happiness is going down again. I imagine I need to lean into my college assets, because, I mean, it's not like I don't have the money to improve liberty or health. I can certainly improve liberty and healthcare somewhat. $100,000. Ooh, yeah! Those are good export numbers. Oh, frick.
And now, a curious report. A woman has been reported walking along Tropican beaches trying to give mouth-to-mouth to dead fish. Can you believe that? Hey, does anyone know where Sunny is? I haven't seen her around.
Come on, guys. Come on, finish the exporting. We're not done yet. Could you... What? Why only that? Oh, because the boat's coming in, I guess. Well, hurry up then. Fill that boat with goods. Don't... Okay, cool. Okay, got it. Okay. I hate to waste so much money on this, but I really don't want to have to deal with this. My people need fish. And frankly, I think I get a bonus for doing that. I didn't get the achievement. Will I ever? I'm not sure I ever will. Oh well. Well, given the resources that I do have, honestly, newspapers do the job well enough, truthfully. I believe newspapers are sufficient for increasing liberty in such areas. But what newspapers do I want to build and where? I think just one right in the middle here will do excellently. Yes, the higher stratas of society are generally composed of women. The only exception, really, is going to be this giant-ass cathedral here. Yes, I said giant-ass. Shush. Giant-ass about a cathedral. Yes, shush. Shh. I will build it next to the grade school, I think. Don't you dare talk like that. I know what you're thinking. Don't you dare. Shut up. It's bad enough I said that a cathedral is giant-ass. Please, don't add to my sins. Especially not when it's got such a lazy waterfront up in front of it. Oh yeah, but it still looks good. Lazy, yes, but it still looks good. Alright, canned coffee. Are we exporting any coffee at the moment? Yes, okay, good. Well then. If we are indeed exporting coffee, then we should build canneries next. Especially since we can afford them now. But why stop there? Especially when we can continue expanding our infrastructure. Man, I am really pleased with how this is going. This is going quite swimmingly. I think I'll close off the triangle here. Except Yeah, remember... Curves, not corners. Yes, much better. I'll build a garage right here. And another farm, because I realize we're going through food rather quickly. At least I perceive we are going through food rather quickly. And nothing grazing up here will work out very well, so let's not do that. Instead, let's grow bananas. Okay. Quick building further things is to be not recommended because what we really need are people. That being the case, let's open the floodgates. And it looks like I made it through my music playlist. One more time! Actually, probably more like a quarter of one time, because we've already managed to... Oh, shut up, El Diablo. I don't care about your feelings about the immigration policy. We need workers. And besides, I'm not a nativist. Anybody who wants to contribute to the good of this paradise on Earth, this green space, can certainly contribute if he so wishes. I am all in favor. Excuse me.
Tally-ho, old boy. The riffraff back home are on my back again. You know how it is.
We'll upgrade that factory and we'll do that. $5,000 will not cover costs, but it is a free $5,000, so I'm in favor of that. Set all uneducated workers to making $9 an hour just to kind of keep things up. I think oil wells are still probably a big boon, but certainly not the only one. They are in the top 4 though, as is jewelry, however. But sugar and lumber still dominate the market. Definitely build some rum distilleries. I should absolutely build some rum distilleries. Very pleased with how this playthrough has gone, however. I mean, this does not look entirely civilized. These do look like kind of squat shacks, I mean, just on the face of them, but... And you wouldn't think that something that looks like that is really much better than something that looks like this. I mean, they look kind of... I mean, they obviously are built differently. Do I have two right next to each other? I'm sure maybe I destroyed all the ones that were next to each other. Oh wait, no. Okay. I mean architecture. Yeah. Let's look at these architecturally for a second. Do they not kind of possess the same aura about each other? Does not this one kinda just look like a slightly more compact version of this one? Doesn't this one still kinda look ugly? And yet for some reason it gives double the quality of housing, even though it doesn't seem much larger or nicer. I don't get it myself, but for some reason it works.
Sir?
No.
I need vinegar.
It works. It looks nice. Again, through mysteries only known to the hand of God and to the developers. It works. My people are happy. My people enjoy their lives. I don't get it. It works. It's really freaking strange, but I think some piece of literature says something to the effect of having a plan that works is more important. I'm sure I'm botching it completely, whatever I'm trying to quote. I'm gonna skip that track that I'm playing at the moment. Blobby Samba. Yeah. Kevin MacLeod, you do some good stuff. That is not what I would consider one of them. Most people also don't mention you, though, either, so I'm kind of unusual in that respect. I am going to build a pineapple plantation over here. A vicarage house here. Can we finally destroy that tenement? Do we need to keep it around? I hope not, because I don't want to. I'm going to order it to be destroyed tomorrow. Hope nobody missed it. Say goodbye, tenement. We hardly knew ye. Shall we just wait and see it be demolished? Whole apartment block. Alright, let's see it go up. Come on, baby. We don't want ya, we don't need ya. We just want individual houses so that we can each have our families to ourselves. Tenements are miserable places. I should know. I live in one. It's a short stack. It's only 3 floors, mine, unlike this one, which is still taller than mine. Probably no elevator in this thing either. Not in mine either. I'm surprised it gets TV reception. I'm very surprised at that. Yet here we are. It gets TV reception even though we have no electricity over here. Weird. Okay. Are we gonna watch this thing blow up or what? I want to celebrate the destruction of urbanization on this island. Yes! Yes, we finally have a worker here. Alright, let's watch it. "14 deaths. Oh, including our Foreign Affairs Minister. See, she was taken out of the office already. Alright. Are we gonna watch this blow up? Blow up! Please. This symbol of the oppressive urban class needs to go. The oppressive state of the urbanization of the world needs to be brought to an end in my domain. It's not going to be as long as this ugly thing is sitting here praying up the place. Yes! 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 Ah! We will not know if that is a victory until the end of the map, but it certainly felt like a victory to me. I certainly feel refreshed at the end of that. Alright, let's plant some more houses here. I don't know if getting back to nature is exactly what we're doing, but it certainly is the aspiration. Something like it, anyway. Something like the aspiration. Okay. One thing, though. Just to kind of try to quasi-improve the quality of the houses around here. Or if not here... Yeah, let's practice with a different neighborhood. Let's practice with this one. Or one where... Yeah, okay. Let's try with this neighborhood, because this is just the right size to practice building sort of commune sort of thing that I'm envisioning.
God told me last night that he has a mission for you.
Creation is one of the Lord's greatest gifts, and he wants you to build a Christ the Savior statue in his favor. I'm not exactly sure what his plan is, but it's gonna be grand. Unfortunately, there may not be a lot of rum involved, which is the best way to praise him, but he says that's okay. Build a Christ the Savior statue. That is actually one of the things that I aspire to do. I like it. It's a good statue. And it's entirely for flavor, but I do like the religious faction. I realize you can probably get rid of them pretty easily too. I have heard that just by not building churches, you can easily get rid of the religious faction if you don't rightly fancy them. I do like the religious faction, so shut up. Wow, why would you not build a cathedral at such a criminally low price? Holy crap, what am I doing? I think funding from the Gay Mafia or something like that. I don't know. Holy crap, that's a low price. I love it. Let's do it. Alright. That water tower reminds me. I should definitely build some sort of, you know, pastoral decorations around here. I might do that after I've built the entry to this cathedral here. Yes. I think that's a good idea. Maybe a tank, maybe not that. Maybe not statues, but... Ugh. Garden. Let's do some trees. Some sick individual trees will help to kind of guide things along, sort of. Maybe. That kind of looks awkward, but frankly, this is the best one I've had yet. This is the best patch of farmland I've had as yet. Quite pleased with this. Okay, so religion, yes. Don't forget media. What do we want to do up here? Neither capitalist nor communist. National pride? That seems as good as any. Where shall I build it? Probably around here. It's funny, I had originally destroyed housing so that I could make more housing here. Oh, before I do that, though... It's funny to me.
Thousand greetings.
Go away. You know, it's very strange to me, I must say. high school is actually the level in which you get economic improvements, such as this customs office I'm about to build here. Well, I'm about to build. I haven't decided where I'm going to build it, actually, now that I think of it. This seems as good a place as any, I guess. Sure, actually, I kind of like that. That kind of works. Right on the corner of this commune over here. Yeah, sort of works. I think I might build a clinic here since I'm having trouble building more country houses over here. The question would be, can I fit a clinic? But, I'm gonna increase the builders' wages again, because they need to be increased. Oh yeah, it's 1967 and my happiness is up 10% of where it was 17 years ago when I started. This is most excellent. I'm very pleased at this. What I'm less pleased about is the fact that my input storage is so abysmally clogged up with wood. This pleases me greatly. You know, if there were an overlay that showed how filled storage was, such an overlay, I would be greatly appreciative. It's far too late to even consider such a thing, but it would be nice. It would be helpful. This game is so old, nobody will update it. I think it was made back in 2005, 2000, well, maybe not that old. 2010, I think, actually. 2005 was a long time ago. Almost 20 years ago, which feels like forever in terms of computer games. I mean, let me tell you. I grew up in an era. Okay, 1991 is when I was born. And, computer games by 1996 were a lot more detailed, had way fewer pixels. I mean, nothing here looks pixelated here at all. So,
political incident occurred today. The wife of an anonymous U.S. ambassador was stopped at the customs office because her
okay, good, my customs house is ready. I say we pay them a lot because we're going to need to. Excuse me. Where was I? I don't recall where I was. Sheesh. My brain's just melting away. I was thinking of something. I was going to talk about something. I forget what it was. I wish I had somebody to talk to, but I'm quite... What is blocking it? Oh. Oops. That's fine. Whatever I was thinking of talking about is probably not that important. If you can't remember what it was, it's probably not that important. That's my philosophy. Yes. The Charlie Sheen philosophy of life. I feel like I forgot something. Don't remember what it was? No. It couldn't have been that important then. Cut to Charlie's nephew. I forget what the other one is called. The guy who looks like Matthew Broderick but talks kind of like a loser. Which is what he is in the show, so I'm not taking that back. 2.5 Men, if you are looking for the reference, by the way. Actually, no, not quite there. I do want to watch substation not quite there. That kind of looks bad. There we go. Substation right there. I mean, I could do this without power. I don't even technically need power to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, but I want it. More marketplaces might be a good idea for some of these more distant suburbs out here. I might as well, considering I'm trying to improve services elsewhere. How far does this extend? Up to up there. So kind of in a circle. Interesting. So a circle that goes as far as these two houses. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm fascinated with the mechanics of this, and I wish I understood them better. There are people like Spirit of the Law, or there's another fella who, or Marcel Voss. I made a video that references him about Roller Coaster Tycoon. Marcel Voss and Spirit of the Law look at the statistics surrounding a game, and they try and get an idea of how you can use it efficiently. I kind of wish there was someone like that for Tropico. Kind of give you a better idea of how to build more efficient cities, so that you can make use of the tools at your avail in Tropico a little more, well, efficient. But I guess I'm okay with not knowing all of that. Especially seeing as I'm trying to get away from turning a game into a strategy for quote-unquote winning. I mean, have you ever had kind of that impulse to just learn how to play a game so perfectly so that you can just beat it and quote-unquote win? Sometimes that's a good impulse. Sometimes it's good to train yourself, to discipline yourself in a game, especially a sport. When you train yourself in a sport so that you become good at that sport, you build up discipline. Discipline is highly underrated. And it's not something that I'm very good at, so it's definitely underrated by me. If I treated it with any decency, I would be twice the man that I am now, and not just in terms of weight. I would be a much better man in terms of skill, in terms of the ability to go without things that I know I don't need, and so on. At least so I gather. Part of what I do gather about discipline, though, is it's not just about white-knuckling it. White-knuckling it can work sometimes and can be helpful, but it's not the most effective way of, if you like, getting what you want. White-knuckling it is not the best way to get the personal traits of yourself that you want most. Dealing with emotional baggage, I understand, is also very important. It's not the only way, but in a world where we're constantly being distracted by cell phones and by technology and advertisements and, you know, the latest geopolitical wars. We're not going to talk about that one, by the way. Not the latest craze out of certain parts of the world that shall remain unnamed. We're not going to talk about that. Partly because I'm angry at the guy who instigated it, and partly because I do respect him. But I'm I'm truly angry about it. I will say that much. At what has been done by him is not what I wanted. As you can see, I'm no warmonger. Warmongering is always a bad thing, it seems to me. Except in a computer game where you're pretending it's kind of a sport. But that's entirely different. But even then, it's not how I prefer to play a game, and therefore I'd rather not think about it anymore. Instead, I'd rather think about these wonderful row houses that I've got here. I mean, because they look lovely. I mean, this looks spectacular. I think I am cutting enough trees, though, that I can afford to build yet another lumber mill, it seems to me. It seems like this is a reasonable thing to perceive in myself and in what I'm making. Certainly the party feels like it's been continuing. Probably because I picked easy settings. I remember I did. I made them easy so that I could focus more on building a good-looking city area. I need to think a little more about what I actually want my urban areas to look like, so that I'm not just building random crap like I'm used to doing. I'm used to building all kinds of junk, and I'd rather not do that. Let me rethink about this. What do I want to build? I want to build more lumber mills. That seems clear to me, but I also want to build neighborhoods in which to house the workers. Boy, I'm glad I'm not putting people in tenements. I think I want to put something special in the middle here, because that kind of does look nice. I like that. I'll go build another church. What else? Another fire station. Ah, yes, that's a good idea. Excuse me. Ugh. I wonder if I should begin my tourist industry here. On second thought, no, I know that I do not wish to do that. I'm positive that I do not wish to do that. What I would prefer to do instead not in the grid, right? What I would prefer to do instead is to build a radio station, because apparently I need one of those. It would increase liberty, which is kind of lacking around here. Are we still not quite there? Oh yeah, it needs to build first. Okay, as for tourists, that's something I want to do. I do want to have tourists here, but I want them to get right into the middle of it and see what it is I'm trying to do. Oh, you know, I could relations with the militaries. Still, not the way as has been demonstrated recently. By certain people. Who again, not unlike the noseless one, from Harry Potter, shall go unnamed. I should sooner say of this man, the bald one, or the balding one. The one who, unlike Trump, is okay with not having a comb-over, to his credit. Say what you will about him, he does manage to go quite fine without a comb-over. And I give him credit for that. Personally, you don't have to, but I do. I'm liking these blocks. These blocks are turning out pretty good. Very pleased with this thus far. How's the economy doing? Still tons of free job positions. Still not enough housing. Probably because instead of building efficient apartments, I am building these neighborhoods. But that's the idea. We're gonna zoom it forward a bit since I'm out of money. But we are gonna take...
I've never seen so many smiling people on the streets. It's almost like all mothers-in-law suddenly left the country.
Gonna improve the pay of bishops. Since they are providing more religion. How's Liberty looking, by the way? Is Liberty looking better? Much better. Healthcare is still kind of poor, though. When my next ship comes out... Holy crap, where's my pay so low? How are exports going? Lumber is very down. I think that lumber mill really is a good idea. Sugar is very down. Why? That is very concerning to me. It's very concerning that we're not getting... And the balance is tanking. Why is it tanking? It's tanking because income is down, but expenses are just as much down. Oh boy. Average pay is still lower than Caribbean pay. Boy. Trash on. That's a reference. Way too many bloody references. Everybody wants a radio station, especially when Presidente says, "Build it, you mongrels. I want to listen to my bachata." What they don't know is that it will make some money. I wonder why. Don't tell me we actually do advertisements. No, we are not doing advertisements on this radio station. You know what we're actually doing? We're not doing advertisements. We're having a radio license fee so that, TBC, the Tropico Broadcasting Network, can continually broadcast without advertisements or interruptions. Therefore, you must pay a radio licensing fee in order to be able to use your radio to capture TBC, and to own a radio, of course. I think that's how the licensing fee works on some other island.
During our post-drinking knife fight, me and the boys at the pub were thinking you should produce more.
Yes. So TBC is funded not by advertisements, but by a pan-island radio licensing fee. And that only applies to people who live in the area of the radio station. It does not apply to folks down by the docks. Okay, so I did want a fire station. I think I will do something else, though. Because healthcare is poor, I highly want to improve that. What is... Well, okay, it should be under welfare. Where the bloody hell... There it is. Oh, I'm an idiot. The good thing God still cares for me in spite of that. Yeah. Probably regardless of that, now that I think of it. Let's build a couple of clinics, though, just to get ourselves started. I really should have done this long ago, since I've had a college for quite a while. Wouldn't have paid for itself, of course, but it would certainly have helped a lot. I'll build a hospital there, just to get things started. And I'm going to continue to build housing off this way. As we begin to contemplate how we might draw this particular stream to a satisfying close. It certainly has been a satisfying stream thus far, at least for me. I don't know about you, since there seems to be nobody watching in the first place. Ah, would that there were somebody, though. Ah, would that there were. Logging camp. I really don't need any more free jobs open. Holy crap, I don't need more jobs. But I do need another construction office so that I can continue making houses. Now you might think, geesh, why not just put some apartment blocks down somewhere? Even some conventillos! I mean, gosh, even that would be fairly efficient, wouldn't it? No, I want families to, as far as possible, within the confines of the game, have their own individual houses. That's pretty much impossible, given how housing works here, but damn it, I want it to happen. So we're going to build a housing block here. Damn it. We are going to have housing here, and we're going to have individuals have their own homes, so that each man may be an individual in his own house, and his own family may be its own family, and not be bound to a community only. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to say here. Except that, from what I understand, the family is the fundamental unit of society, and because it is the fundamental unit, no community has the right to oppress the family. And this is symbolized by each family having its own home and not being collected into everybody else's homes.
President, the U.S. Senate is not happy with you and expects urgent...
Something to that effect. Not entirely to that effect, but something to that effect. See, it's like this. If a family doesn't have the right to rule itself, without the government poking its head in and overruling everything that a family wants to do, the family is effectively powerless in the face of the state. The ones who really raise children are not mothers and fathers, but the state. This is not a state of affairs that I want. Indeed, I don't think it's a state of affairs most people want, because I don't think most people trust the state, nor should they. I'm not an anarchist. I do believe we do need the state for certain functions. I'm not a libertarian either, and I'm not saying necessarily that a small democratic state is absolutely necessary. Democracy can work pretty well, but it can also go quite badly if people are badly formed. What we need are families of people that are raised to be, in the words of Aristotle, and I think to some degree Confucius, are virtuous people. Aristotle and Confucius were both very good natural, political, and moral philosophers of their own time. And they really kind of got the idea that a society has to operate based on people who learn the traditions of their society and who learn to live not just for the good of society, but for the good of everything that has been passed on to them. By virtue of being human, by virtue of their culture, but also by virtue of their being born from a certain mother and a certain father. The idea is to look at what you've been given and to work within it somehow. And that's really what most humans try to do. We try and look at what we've been given, what we seem to want in life, what we seem to think is important, and we try to make that work somehow. And frankly, I think that's how wars and conflicts arise, because we think we know what we want, but it conflicts with the way someone else views the world. This, of course, doesn't apply to all people. Some people think that their point in life is to cause conflict. I believe this is what we think of when we think of barbarians. We think of people who just want to watch the world burn, in the words of somebody. A truly virtuous person isn't just someone who likes to destroy things for the sake of destroying things, but who's really looking to pass on some genuine human, for lack of a better word off the top of my head, tradition. If you have a way of thinking about the world around you and relating to it, and practicing being human in it, you have a tradition. Catholicism is a tradition. It's certainly not the only tradition. Protestantism is a tradition. Now, whether it's a good tradition or not, I could dispute till I'm blue in the face, but for my purposes, it doesn't matter. It is a tradition. Certain modern movements have become traditions, despite the fact that they were founded on the idea of trying to be rid of traditions. Democracy is a tradition. It was a tradition founded against the tradition of monarchism, against the idea of what they called divine right. And we currently see in our time a tradition about human sexuality being developed. The idea that human sexuality has, as with other generations, it has to do with the family, but the family defined in an unusual way. It has less to do with the traditions of one's community than with the singular tradition of following your own intuition about yourself and about your relation to the world around you. So instead of referring back to a common idea of what families are or what society is, and even instead of referring back to a common tradition of what being a male or a female is, every social concept is relativized. In the modern schema of things. And I'm not just talking about the LGBT movement by any means. This is common across all levels of politics and culture in the United States. We all want to see our vision of things come true. Is that a good thing? I sincerely doubt it. It's very difficult to have a cohesive society, and it's certainly very difficult to have a cohesive society when everybody has their own vision about how they think the world ought to be, and they have to go searching for people who think the same way they do. Now, it's a lot easier in modern society because urban cities allow you to find people who think the way you do, but it's still by no means easy. We've seen the conflict of certain definitions of what rights ought to be, or of certain grievances. I mean, who's the more important victim? I don't know if I'm wording this quite right, but I think I am. I certainly probably am not, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Whose grievances are more important? The grievances of lesbians, or of transgenders, or of black people, or of women, or of the poor? Everybody considers their own problems to be the most important problems to some degree, because they're the ones that you're living with. Religion is an important issue to me, because I'm religious and I feel my rights not being fully permitted to be expressed. But is that because religion is the most important thing? Or is it because I feel it's the most important? That is a truly modern take on the world, is to be able to look and to realize I care about my own interests. Is it a viewpoint that I agree with? In some ways, somewhat.
Comrade, I have a secret.
in some ways I can see there's a point and there is a place for relativism as regards one's vocation in life. There can be a place for it. Even the wisest Catholics realize that one's vocation is intimately between you and God, for instance. It's something that you have to discern and that God calls you to. It's not just something that you read in a book and you find the answer to, and off you go, you're a cookie cutter seminarian or what have you. Everybody has his own story for how he gets married or how he lives out his life as a Christian. There are no cookie cutter stories, and if you feel that you are in a cookie cutter story, you're probably doing it wrong. If I'm being perfectly honest. The honest truth is you have to wrestle with God some. You have to ask him questions that you may not be comfortable asking God. You have to ask him, why haven't I found this? Why am I not satisfied with this? What will satisfy me? You've got to take that to prayer. And that's something that even I have great difficulty with. I especially have great difficulty with, because I am just not comfortable. I like having control of my own little world, as I've expressed before here. Sort of better to rule in the virtual world than to serve in heaven, I guess. It can sometimes feel like. But through dialogue with God, I come slowly but surely, and the slowness is my fault. I come slowly but surely to a better understanding of what my place is. There's absolutely room for somebody to ask God, what is it that I'm put on this earth for? There's absolute room for the individual to have a part in discerning what his point is. And anybody who pretends that that's not there hasn't thought what it's. As a Catholic, I mean specifically, I can't speak for Protestants or evangelicals. They will do what they do. But to relativize everything from the ground up, to relativize what it means to be a person in general, to relativize what a family is in general, to relativize what friends are in general, to relativize what love is in general, to relativize general concepts that are necessary to social adhesion, to bringing people together so that they can discern where they fit in society, relativizing that.
What is it now?
And making it the responsibility of the individual to decide what a society even means is something that I have a significant problem with. And that, from the simple fact that it has a teaching on some of these general questions, I gather the Catholic Church has some difficulty with. And so there's a lot of places with which I find myself uncomfortable with modern thinking. Very uncomfortable. Very unhappy.
Presidente, our Minister of Education was asked to become a guest star on the popular science show Caribbean Legends Buster.
I will say education is not always one of these, though. Especially not when I get something for free from it, from my efforts to be educated. I don't know why I need, or want, 2 free high schools, but here they are, and here I'm gonna use them. And here we are going to end the broadcast, I think. This has been good. A lot of progress has been made. It's been a good night, all around. If you ever do feel like following my Twitch streams, though, please feel free to on Twitch or on YouTube. I'll be more than happy to accommodate you and talk with people. I don't want to just talk about politics, honestly, all the time. It's kind of what's in my head, and this is kind of my attempt to work out my politics, but it need not merely be that, and I don't want it merely to be that. Politics can be quite ugly without a sense of beauty, so please join me in my journey to kind of discover what it means to enjoy beauty. I'm not entirely sure myself. And it's what I'm trying to discover through playing this game and all the other games that I do play. Which I don't broadcast, but I would love to. I still haven't settled on a new date for broadcasting. And again, this is the music that I've been playing all this time. All these tracks are by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech. I thank him for creating all of them. This is truly beautiful music, and I have been attempting to create a beautiful city to reflect the beauty of God and the beauty of families and of societies that work. It's not easy, and I thank you for looking at my attempts. I wish you peace.